were you a big? You're the youngest. 6 kids.
Yeah, youngest of 6.
Wow. So
Yeah.
that's
In less than 8 years, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
James is the oldest, and he's
Okay.
7.5 years older than I am.
So tell me a little bit about that, though. So you're growing up in a house with 6 kids within 8 years, and it's like, and so James is the oldest, and he's doing his thing. So, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the only performer, actor out of the group.
Professionally, yes. But
Okay.
when I was growing up, everybody did it. Like my older siblings all did plays in high school. Everybody had a little bit of an artistic bent to what they were doing.
Okay. Was it so when you're growing up and you're the youngest? Are you looking at your older siblings and you're going, "Oh, I want to do that. I want to do what they're doing," or is it like, "No, you know what? I kind of caught the bug, so I'm gonna do my own thing." Like, what's the dynamic of the Gunn kids growing up?
Yeah, for me, I was definitely the one who was always just like, I am an actor. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
And you can see when I was, when I was 6 years old, people asked me, what do you want to do when you grow up? I would say, I'm going to be an actor.
Right.
And my mom, I saw my mom last weekend, and she was like, yeah, I think it was actually even earlier than that, though, that you were like showing that you wanted. She's like, I remember when you were 2 years old, you would get the cylinder block and you would stand up on the hearth and act like you were performing in front of people. Like that was what I did. So for me, it was always about being a performer. But I also, I never felt like I was following the footsteps of my siblings, but I did from a sense of like taste and what we valued and all those. Like I wanted their approval. I wanted them to think that I was cool, and I wanted, so from a standpoint of like listening to the music that they listened to and liking the same movies that they liked, and just sort of, getting this identity of who I am, which when you then go into the arts, like that alchemy becomes part of who you are as an artist. So I do think that, like, even though I don't feel like I was following in their footsteps, but I do feel like there's some little part of all my siblings in my makeup as a person. And
sure, yeah, you pick things up along the way, and certain things that you see, like you said, with the movies.
Yeah.
Did you pick up the love for comic books during that time too, or not as much?
No, not as much.
Okay.
Not as much. It's funny. Because I go do Comic-Cons all the time, now I'm like, I've been on the circuit for a while, and I go and I meet so many fans, and there's a lot of people who just jump into going deep into comic books, and I'm like, I bet on sports, like I'm like,
Right.